rematch of the second region All-A tournament final. And Caldwell County went down to UHA in that one in overtime. So a big rematch here tonight, and maybe a little revenge factor going on for the Tigers. We're about 15 minutes away from tipping this one off. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete, the Athletic Center pregame show. I like Travis Construction and Concrete. We mentioned them a lot too, but the Athletic Center pregame show, my mistake, as we continue here getting ready for the Tigers and the Blazers here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Howdy, folks. Right now, come into KFC and get a free chocolate cake with a 10-piece meal. It's free. It's free chocolate cake. How else can I say it? It's a whole chocolate cake that you don't pay any additional money for. See, that's the arrangement. I don't know how else to explain this. You buy a 10-piece bucket meal. I slide an actual chocolate cake made of real actual cake across the counter. You take it, and we both go our merry ways. So come on down to KFC. Get your free cake today. It's finger-licking good. Offer excludes 12-piece tenders meal, limited time only, participating locations.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident, getting paid for your injuries, for your lost wages, and for your pain and suffering can be difficult. Attorney Matt Schock in Princeton, Kentucky can help. Call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT. Attorney Matt Schock is an experienced personal injury attorney. Initial consultations are free, so call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT.
This is an advertisement.
First Southern National Bank's Southern roots run deep. Founded in a small Kentucky town, First Southern has always used their example, influence, and resources to help others make wise financial decisions. They know you want to be in charge of your money and to feel valued by your bank. At First Southern Bank, you're more than a number, which is why they've provided personalized service to their customers for more than 35 years. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. Member FDIC.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for the Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all of the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Tate Van Hooser, Addie Vinson, Kendra Winters, and Lily Horde.
We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
Team at Trice Hughes wants to help you stretch your vehicle budget as far as it will go. That's why they offer a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs under $10,000. As always, financing is not a problem. If you're receiving a tax refund and need a vehicle, your first stop should be with your home team at Trice Hughes. Vehicles under $10,000.
Buy your next vehicle from the home team. Find them on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or at tricehughes.com.
And welcome back to the cab as we get set for the Tigers and the Blazers here tonight. Dennis Stevens along with Bob Hayes and John Miller. Todd Griffin here also covering this for EuroSportsEdge.com. And all right, Bob, I get a redo here on the pregame show. Pregame show, of course, brought to you by the Athletic Center. The Athletic Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. They carry a great selection of shoes for sports, school, work, and leisure. And if you need something customized, they can do that too. They do screen printing, embroidery work, you name it. The Athletic Center does it. In fact, I think the shirt, the jacket, and the visor all have on tonight all Athletic Center products. So you can even stop by the cab tonight and check out their work if you want to. That's the Athletic Center in Princeton. Bob, this is a rematch of the boys' second region All-A final that was held a little bit earlier this season back on January 18th at Livingston Central. You went down and did that game after you and I were at Dawson after the Lady Tigers were upset in the finals of that one. You made the trip down and did the game down there with Tom Rogers, a game that had its ups and downs. Caldwell County had a lead in the fourth quarter. UHA battled back, tied it towards the end, sent it to overtime, and pulled away 69-61 in that one. Also a game I think Tripp Branch suffered an injury in. I think it was an ankle injury at the time, so that kind of handcuffed Caldwell County a little bit, but your reflection on that game and what to expect tonight.
Well, that game, Dennis, was really we get out and go down 6-0, and after we catch up, we have the lead all the way through until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. It was that much how much we were in control of that basketball game. A couple of calls we didn't get coming down the stretch. A key technical foul on one of our players really gave 2 free throws, 2 points to University Heights. We were tied at the end of regulation, 53-53. That was the night that Cole Smiley had 20 rebounds and just dominated the boards. We shot the ball well that night, but University Heights really basically only had 3 players that scored that night. And they were KJ Crump with 20, DJ Quarles with 22, and William Bryan with 16. The other 2 players, a total of 9, and one of them had 8. So basically it was if we can stop the outside shooting, and that's what University Heights had 6 threes in that game, and 2 or 3 of them, well, one of them came at a really crucial time. In overtime, we get down to a 4-point lead. They get the 3 to go down, cut that lead to 1. We turn it over. They go down and score, and from that, they get 2 or 3 stops in a row. We have to foul, and that's how that 8-point margin came about, UHA winning at 69-61. But the Tigers were played well that night, and I expect us to match up really well tonight with these guys. We know them. We're here on our home floor, so it would be a good way to finish out next to last game on our schedule. Somebody that's formidable, if you will.
Bob, you and I went down the night before Caldwell County had the second game in the semifinal action down at Livingston Central that night. We watched UHA and Lyon County, and UHA could not miss from the 3-point stripe because of Crump and Quarles both had big nights against Lyon County. And so this team can get hot from the outside. They can fill it up, but Caldwell County statistically is a 1/10 of a point better on average per game threes than UHA.
Yeah, I think the key tonight, Dennis, is to limit their number of 3-point baskets. They made 6 down in Livingston and beat us. They had a lot of inside play that we can keep them to 5 or less threes. That bodes well for us. And also in that game, we got, I think Caden Fralix is playing much better. He had 4 points in that game. We had 10 points from Tripp before he went out. 16 points for Jamarius Blaine and 18 for Darius Riley. So those 2 kids, along with Cole's 20 rebounds, really carried us, and we shot the ball pretty well that night. So I look for a really, really competitive game tonight.
And ever since we've come back to the Cab, we had a little bit of a road trip, seemed like for about a couple of weeks. Most of the games were on the road. We came back to the Butler Gym for one game and a couple of games back here at the Cab. Since we've come back to the Cab, Caden Fralix has been wearing it out for Caldwell County.
I think Caden has probably also gotten a little bit more. He has a high basketball IQ, but I think it's gotten higher in the last 4, 5, 6 games, in that he will not take the ball underneath the basket. Now, unless he has a really good chance of making it, but pulling up 3, 4, 5, 6 feet away and burying that little mid-range jumper and taking the three-pointer when it's given to him, presented to him. And he's averaging in double figures, maybe 15 points a game these last 4 or 5 games.
Also, to go along with him, you've got Tripp Branch that's recovered from it started out as an Achilles injury where somebody fell on his foot in a game earlier this season, and then he had a little twisted ankle. He said he's 100%. We got to talk to him after the game the other night, said he feels great. He's out there shooting the ball well.
And a key to him is if he can hit 1 or 2 of his first 3 or 4 shots, that bodes well for us tonight.
And underneath, Smiley is back. He's still got some trouble with that right thumb area, but he keeps it taped up. He's got a brace on it. Left-handed kid, so it doesn't affect his shot that much. He shoots inside, shoots a lot of the one-handed little baby hooks or soft little hook shots with the left hand. So you get him rebounding. May not see 20 tonight, but if he's in double figures rebounding, that's going to be another big plus for Caldwell County.
And the other thing in the last 2 or 3 games we've seen when he's had entry passes to him, he's been able to handle them really well. Whereas the first couple of games back after the thumb injury, he had trouble hanging on to the basketball and would drop it, turn it over, but I think he's learning how to play with that bandage on his wrist and thumb.
And I believe that Caldwell County, even though UHA is third in the region according to the RPI ranking, Caldwell County is down in the range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the region right now. But UHA, I don't think goes as deep on the bench. Over the course of this season, Coach K has been able to utilize that bench a lot for Caldwell County and rest some players. Foul trouble would have caused us problems early in the season. Right now, you bring in Jabrion Spikes or Jay-Sean Riley getting a lot of playing time.
Or T.J. Ray.
T.J. Ray.
But in that game in Livingston, I think they only played 7 guys. And as I mentioned earlier, only 5 scored, and and the 5th one on that only had 1 point. So if we can keep the other guys from blowing up, going into the 25 and 30-point range area, another good chance for us to win the basketball game.
Bob, you got to believe, basketball is not a complicated sport if you do the fundamentals right. And I think if we can come out tonight, defensively play good, hard defense, don't get in foul trouble, and offensively, if we take care of the basketball, take the good open shots, be patient like we have been lately, run the offense, and not turn the ball over. We can't have 20, 25 turnovers and beat this team tonight, but we haven't been having anywhere near that the last few games.
We were down in that game for the all-region final. Caldwell County had 21 turnovers that night to only 3 for University Heights, yes. And we still could have won the game in regulation. So if we eliminate turnovers and get 15, 12 more productive trips down the floor, that has to help us.
Yeah, it's a lot of options for Caldwell County, a lot of pluses coming into this one. They've got some confidence coming in on a 4-game winning streak. Right now they've beaten Hopkins Central, Crittenden County, Dawson, and Trigg the last 4 games. UHA not playing bad on the other side of that. I think they've won, they've won 4 out of their last 5 basketball games. So both these teams kind of on an uptick at the right time of the season, as district tournaments are right around the corner starting next week over in Madisonville.
Just around the corner as the end of the season looms big. Regular season will end this Friday night with us hosting a doubleheader with the boys and girls teams from Livingston Central. And then it's district play next week. The girls playing Monday at 7:30 and the boys on Tuesday at 7:30. Both opponents of the Hopkins Central Storm and Lady Storm.
And should they win those, the boys' final is Friday night. The girls Thursday, the boys Friday. And should we win either Monday or Tuesday night, those games will start at 7 o'clock from Madisonville for the championship game. So hopefully we'll be there. Of course, a win on Monday or Tuesday for one of the squads guarantees you a trip into the next week regional play. And we'll have more information on that as we get closer to it. As this season starts to wind down, Caldwell County comes into tonight at 13-14 on the year. UHA comes in at 14-10. That's going to wrap us up on the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. And don't forget about the big selection of shoes for sports, school, work, and leisure. And always leading the pack in customized work, including screen printing and embroidery work. That's the Athletic Center in Princeton. Under a minute to go on the clock as the players come off from their warm-ups and head to the bench. We'll have the national anthem, and then Bob will have the starting lineups and the tip-off all coming up here in just a minute. Bob, a pretty good crowd for a Tuesday night here at the Cab for this one. A lot of people have been looking forward to this. Of course, the ladies are at McCracken County tonight. We're going to try to get quarterly updates on that game as it goes along from McCracken County.
I can't see below us, Dennis, but is University Heights got a normal crowd, decent crowd in here?
Yeah, they've got the middle section filled up fairly well, then a very small student contingent on the far end. Time now as they go over the rules from KHSAA, and we'll get ready to stand for the national anthem and then the starting lineups.
Can you stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
The national anthem played here at the Cab. Time now for the starting lineups as we get set for Tigers and Blazers. For that, I'll turn it over to Bob Hayes.
Thank you, Dennis. Coming out first for University Heights will be number 33, KJ Crump. Number 10, William Brown follows. Number 3, Armani McGee, the third Blazer. Number 25, Weston Wood, the fourth Blazer. And number 12 is Noah Schaus. Coming out first for the Tigers tonight is Adarius Riley, followed by Jamarius Blaine. Trip Branch, the third Tiger out tonight. 22, Caden Frelick, the fourth Tiger. And the fifth Tiger rounding out the starting lineup for the Tigers tonight will be Cole Smiley.
Bob, I was trying to look down the bench to see if there was a number 11 sitting on the side for UHA. That's DJ Quarles, not in the starting lineup.
And we'll remind you, this first quarter is brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry, home decor, boutique clothes, and accessories. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Teams are on the floor in the jump circle, and the referee makes his way to the jump circle, the tip, and the call in this game, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. UHA controls the tip, gets the first shot away, no good. Tip sponsored by Travis Construction and Concrete. Rebound comes down to Caldwell County. Smiley pulls it down, gets it up to Frelick across half court over to Blaine. Blaine comes just right side. Inside it goes. Smiley, left-handed shot off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to McGee. That's a good look for Caldwell County.
That shot goes in 75% of the time.
UHA tries to go inside, blocked away by Smiley. They'll work it back out front to Bryan. Over to Crump. Crump will hand off to McGee, tries to drive left side of the lane, shot up and in. First basket of the ball game for University Heights, and they'll come with 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure. Caldwell County trying to work it across, gets it to Riley. Riley does get across, behind the back, ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be off of UHA. Caldwell County basketball at mid-court. Seemed like the press caught Caldwell County off guard just a little bit, not knowing how they wanted to attack it. Branch left side, underneath it goes to Smiley. Back out front, Blaine, over to Frelick. Open three, right side, no good. Rebound comes down to Crump. UHA looking to run, Caldwell County gets back, goes into the corner, Schaus, no good. Rebound, Frelick. Caldwell County back across into the front court. Adarius Riley to Jamarius Blaine. Blaine, top of the key, directing traffic. Three by Branch is good. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer, Trip Branch. And Caldwell County with their first lead of the night at 3-2.
A very good sign, Dennis.
2-3 zone, Caldwell County switching out front. Crump with it, right wing. Gets a screen, top of the key, drives the lane, shot up and in. Little floater by KJ Crump. Puts UHA back into the lead by one. Caldwell County works it up against that trap. Gets away, Trip Branch able to come over with it near midcourt, dribbles in. Back out to Riley. 2-3 zone by University Heights. Blaine out front. UHA really brings the coverage out. Fralix for three, good. Timeout called after the make. So 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Cab. 5 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Caldwell County up 6-4. University Heights will bring the ball the length of the floor, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Caldwell County is going to come with 1-2-2 pressure. And Bob, just a note, the Tigers have started the last 3 games with threes from Fralix and Branch in all 3 ball games. UHA breaks the press, down the lane, shot up, no good. But going to the line is going to be Monty McGee. We said the girls were playing at McCracken County. After one, it's 22-11, McCracken County over the Lady Tigers. First free throw up and in. McGee at the line for his second. This one good too. 6-6, 5.5 to go in the first quarter. 2-2-1 trap by UHA. Caldwell works it up, gets it across midcourt to Blaine. Blaine down the left side, drives the lane from there, runner up and in. Nice athletic move for Blaine, and Caldwell County with the 2-point lead. Bryan drives the lane, has it knocked away by Riley. Picked up by UHA. Crump now with it near midcourt. Off a screen from Weston Wood. 3 on the way and in. KJ Crump with the 3. And the Blazers have a 1-point lead. Darius Riley gets it down into the corner to Smiley on a cutting Fralix. Fralix up and in, and he'll go to the free throw line. Chance to make it a 3-point play. Nice pass, Smiley from the corner into a cutting Caden Fralix. Goodwin Insurance free throw coming up for Fralix. Good on the free throw, 11-9 Caldwell County.
Caden with already more points tonight than he had in the game in Smithland.
UHA works it around top of the key. That's McGee, drives, gets it over to Schaus, 4-3, rattles in and out. That one halfway down, comes out. Riley with the rebound. Takes it down the lane, has it back tip, but a foul called. I think they're going to get number 33 on that one, KJ Crump. We'll check it out.
And I'm not sure if DJ Quarles is here tonight or not.
Bob, I don't see a number 11 without any warm-ups on down there, so that could be a story. Fralix works it in. TJ Ray just in the ballgame, gets it up and in. Nice head fake, got his defender up in the air and was able to score. 13-9 Caldwell County. It's Crump out front, over to Bryan, left wing. Bryan pulls up from the elbow, shot no good. And Branch is going to get called for the foul. Bob, DJ Quarles, the second leading scorer for UHA, averaging 15.6 a game.
He's a load not to have in there, that's for sure.
Bryan's free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Second free throw rattles in. 13-10, Tigers lead. UHA staying with that 2-2-1 pressure. TJ Ray triple teamed at midcourt, throws it back, and it's going to go out of bounds. He got across the line, maybe a little bit panicked as he tried to go back to Fralix, but Fralix hadn't yet come across midcourt. So even had he caught it, it was going to be an over and back.
We get the ball into anybody in the front court, it's got to be a 3-on-1 opportunity for us because 3 guys attacked him.
Into the lane, shot up, no good. Schaus with the rebound, no good. Tip UHA, finally Smiley goes up strong and brings it down, hands off to Blaine. Blaine back the other way for Caldwell. 2-3 zone. They really bring the zone out high, looking for some baseline cut. Well, Smiley goes past him. Ball a little too low to pick up. Turnover Tigers.
But Cole Smiley was open. Good idea by Frelick's. Just too hard to pass to handle.
Yeah, we were just getting ready to talk about that baseline being open as far out as they bring that zone. Shot up on the baseline, no good. Branch with the rebound. That was Weston Wood with the short miss. Jamarius Blaine dribbles out front. UHA goes man-to-man this possession. TJ Ray's pass picked off by Crump. Crump got away with a walk. Puts it up and in. And it's 13-12. Caldwell works it up the court. TJ Ray has it knocked out of bounds at midcourt. Both teams playing good defensively early in this one.
And that's what hurt us down in Smithland. Their press can get after you.
Bryan comes way out high on Blaine. Branch comes out to the midcourt circle, back to Blaine. Little pitch and catch out front. TJ Ray now right side over to Blaine. Blaine off a nice screen from Smiley into the corner. Branch for three. No good. Traveled across the top of the backboard. Rebounded by UHA. Bryan on the outlet pass, but great hustle coming back by Blaine. Able to knock it out of bounds as Bryan was going up for the left-handed layup. Good hustle defense, Jamarius Blaine. Out to Bryan on the inbounds pass. Drives the lane, spin move, drops it off and in to number 4, Namari Hall, who checked into the ball game. And the Blazers back out in front. Felix dribbles between 3 players. That Branch wide open, just could not pick it up in time to get it to him. Now it's over to Ray. They'll switch sides to the left to Blaine. Blaine directs traffic, gives it back to Ray. Caldwell County now has it with Branch on the right wing. Quick pass inside, Smiley, great position up and in with the left hand. Several lead changes. We need a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Tigers up 15-14. Crump drives the lane, runner up and no good. Smiley, another big rebound. Hands it off to Ray. Caldwell County with numbers the other way, 3-on-2. Frelick to the hole, up and in. And he gets fouled on the play. Caden Frelick will try to cap off a 3-point play. Jabrion Spikes, Jude East check into the lineup. Smiley and Blaine will get just a little bit of a rest, but if they stay on the bench till the second quarter, that might be a surprise. Frelick, free throw good. 3-point possession by Caldwell County, and the lead back at 4 for the Tigers. Bryan drives the lane, shot up and in. Got to stop the ball better than that, Bob. You can't make it that easy on a good team to come down the lane. Spikes dribbles, and that one's going to be a push off on Spikes. Pretty easy call there at midcourt. Spikes a little bit rattled by that press. He'll have to get into the game and get settled down a little bit with that one. 1:08 to go in the first, and UHA with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Man-to-man defense by Caldwell County. Crump guarded by Ray. Has it knocked with free throw line. UHA picks it back up. Corner 3 is no good. East with the strong rebound. And East gets pushed by number 4, Hall.
And that's 2 fouls on Hall and team 4th for University Heights.
So already 4 on the Blazers as we're under a minute to go in the first quarter. Jabrion Spikes brings it up for the Tigers. High 2-3 zone with Bryan and Crump really coming out to the top of it. Into the corner it goes to East. East to Frelick, back out to Ray. Branch and Spikes. Everybody touched it on that possession. Spikes drives, circus shot up, no good, but he's fouled on the play. And that may be Hall's 3rd. It is going on Namari Hall. 2 shots coming up for Jabrion Spikes. First one up, no good. Free throws brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. So contact Goodwin Insurance for a free quote. Spikes at the line for his second. This one way short. Doesn't touch anything, so it's a dead ball. It'll be taken out of bounds on the baseline by UHA. Checking into the ball game is going to be number 21, Lamar Northington. As Hall comes out of the ball game with those 3 fouls in the first quarter. Bryan at the point for UHA. Man-to-man pressure. Branch has the defensive play on Bryan. Over to Crump. Crump well out near midcourt. 16 seconds on the clock. UHA setting up for the last shot of the quarter, down 18-16. Crump passes over into the lane. Shot up and in. Number 3, Amani McGee. Caldwell heaves at the buzzer. No good. After 1 quarter of play, a good one shaping up here at the Cab. It's tied at 18. We'll take a break and be back. This is Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
2018 Buick Regal, 13,000 miles, Trice priced at $269 per month for 72 months.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or tricehughes.com.
Welcome back to the Cab. Second quarter is going to be brought to you tonight by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Next to the bowling alley in Princeton, stop in and see Pam, see what she's got on sale. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. The inbounding the ball are Tigers, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Jabrion Spike still in the ball game, has the ball right wing over to East. East and Smiley both in the ball game. Back underneath it goes the Spikes, up and in off the glass. Good Farmers Bank shot. Jabrion Spikes, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, home of the Tiger debit card. Crump on the other end of Bryan. 2-3 zone still by the Tigers. Crump for 3, front of the rim, no good. Smiley has the rebound. Gets it over to Blaine. Blaine quickly up the court, drives the lane, goes up, contact underneath. He misses the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line and get a couple of Goodwin Insurance free throws out of the deal with just about 35 seconds gone in the second quarter. In the second quarter at McCracken County, it's the Mustangs out in front strong on the Lady Tigers, 35-12. First free throw, no good. McCracken County's ladies are the number 4 rated team in Region 1, so a big job tonight for the Lady Tigers in that one. Second free throw for Blaine, in and out, no good. Ball goes off of UHA though. Edward Braxton had it in his hands, lost control, goes over the end line, and it'll be Tiger basketball underneath their own goal, leading 20-18. Smiley puts it in play to Riley. Back underneath the Smiley. Left-handed hook. No good. Ball knocked all the way out. Three-point line. Spikes picks it up. Dribbles in. Baseline jumper. No good. Loose on the floor again. UHA comes down with it. McGee drives it up. And no good, but he'll go to the free throw line. Quickness bothering the Tigers just a little bit, Bob, defensively, because UHA has had 3 or 4 efforts right down the lane, unable to stop the ball out front. Free throw off the back of the rim, bounces, no good. Schaus and Wood back into the ball game for the Blazers. McGee with his second free throw, up and rolls in. 1-point game now. UHA stays with that 2-2-1 pressure. Blaine has it. Up to East. Good thing East was tall, or that would have been a turnover. Inside it goes to Riley. Riley stutter step in the lane. Shot up, no good. Darius Riley will go to the free throw line. Foul was on number 12, I think they called. That's Noah Schaus.
His second.
Free throw, no good. Caldwell County having a rough night early from the line.
Missing our last 5, hitting our first 2, but missing our last 5.
Second one up and in. 21-19. A little over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Bryan over to McGee. McGee looked to drive. Back out to Crump. Crump mishandles, picks it back up near the midcourt circle. Over to McGee. McGee drives, pulls up in the lane. Up and in. High lofting shot over East, and we're tied at 21. Sparks dribbling in the backcourt, gets it across over to Blaine. Blaine thought about the drive on the baseline. He'll pull it back out on the left side and look it over for the Tigers. To Riley. Riley, he goes into the lane, no good. Smiley with the strong rebound. Smiley turns, back up, left-handed shot, no good. Riley with the rebound, up, no good. Riley gets his own rebound, back up, and no good. Caldwell County with 4 tries on that one. Rebound, UHA's McGee. Over to Crump. Crump drives the lane and fouled on the play by Cole Smiley. Bob, good opportunities for Caldwell County. You like the offensive rebounding on that end, just could not get it to fall off the glass.
4 decent shots at it, just couldn't get it to go down.
KJ Crump at the line for University Heights. First one up and rolls off the front. Branch and Fralick's back into the ball game. East and Sparks will come out. Second free throw coming up for Crump. This one, bottom of the net. Blazers back out in front by 1. I'm not sure what they called. They had a stoppage, whistle stoppage. Referee's talking at midcourt.
Technical foul, I think.
Was it on Crump or on the bench?
On 33.
I didn't see what he did. Did you happen to see after the free throw?
I was looking down at my paper. He gave the sign 3-3.
Apparently said something, and maybe to Fralick's. Branch converts the first free throw, or didn't know.
Yes. He made the first one. Second one is no good.
Short. And there they put it on the board. I hope we don't start that again tonight.
Don't start that.
We've already had a game in the last week or so where we scored 90 and put up 89 on the board. Technical foul was on Crump.
And that's his second foul.
So tied at 22, Caldwell County with the basketball. Had to be just something mouthed out there because there was no punches or scuffles that we saw anybody running to. Blaine, top of the key. Drives, kicks it into the corner to Riley. Riley wants to go baseline, goes up strong and in off the glass. Farmers Bank shot at Darius Riley, and the Tigers back up by 2. UHA quickly back the other way. Bryan with a wild shot, no good. Branch with a strong rebound. Over to Blaine. Blaine dodges traffic, gets it into the lane, runner up and in. Pretty athletic possession there by Jamarius Blaine. Dodged a double team at midcourt, worked it into the lane for a little one-handed runner up and in. 4-point lead by the Tigers. Crump out to Bryan, over to McGee. McGee, long 3 on the way, no good. Smiley goes up strong for the rebound. He's had several already tonight.
7 boards so far.
Into the corner it goes to Fralick's. He'll pull it back out, didn't like the matchup. Now he's going to drive into the corner to Branch. Branch mishandles for a second. Now defensively, it's almost a steal. Freilich able to pick up the loose ball. Step aside, up and in. Got the friendly shooter's roll on that one. And the biggest lead of the night for the Tigers now at 6, 28-22. Crump out front off a screen. Changes direction into the lane. Shot no good. Rebound Riley. Caldwell County looks to run. Riley into the lane. Shot up no good. Rebound Schaus for UHA. Underneath, McGee, easy pass. Got lost behind the defense. Crump to McGee, and it's 28-24. Branch had an open three, instead lobs it into Smiley. Smiley, fade away, no good. McGee with the rebound. 2-on-1, back the other way. Blazers shot up and in by Crump. Smiley wanted a foul on the contact on that last possession. Branch back in, drives the baseline, has it knocked out of bounds by Crump. It'll stay Tiger basketball.
Might have to look his number up, Dennis. I don't have a 22.
All right, we'll check their roster real quick. Number 22 is Preston Thomas.
Okay, I have him as 15.
Smiley, left-handed hook up and in. But Crump quickly back the other way, pull-up jumper, good. And we need a timeout just to write down a couple of things on the stat sheet. This one's up and down race. Full timeout called on the floor. We'll take a break and be back. This is Tiger basketball on WPKY.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Ladies, all the latest trendy boutique styles are waiting for you at Magnolia 2 Boutique in Hopkinsville. We have an amazing selection of apparel that celebrates women of all ages, sizes, and styles. You'll love our jewelry, accessories, and handbags, including our new Bed Stew collection. And we have entire rooms dedicated to curvy size styles and shoes. Our selection and prices cannot be beat, and we can't wait to see you. You'll find us at 5120 Princeton Road, Hopkinsville, or shop with us online at Magnolia2, that's TOO.com.
And welcome back to the cab. 3 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Caldwell County at inbound it, bring it to the length of the floor. Tigers up 30-28 for the call. Dennis Stevens.
Bob, this one's so fast I'm out of breath, and I'm just watching the ball game. These kids are getting up and down the court tonight. Freilich now top of the key, into the corner to Blaine. Blaine will bring it back out. Looks to drive, kicks it back out. TJ Ray checked in the timeout, over to Branch. Open three on the way, good. Trill Branch with a Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer. And the Tigers out by 5. They've led by as many as 6 tonight. Crump for University Heights. Over to McGee, a three on the way, no good, way off the mark. Smiley with the rebound. Little contact in the backcourt. UHA went for the steal. And we'll sort this one out as the player is still on the floor. Foul's going to be called
on Jamarius Blaine.
Jamarius Blaine. So UHA will have it as Bryan gets it in the backcourt, drives the lane, push off, extended the arm, and that's going to be a charge on Bryan. Bob, those are pretty easy. I think that's just a giveaway. Even if you didn't make contact, if a referee sees that arm extended, I think that's going to be called, and that's what happened to Bryan, as it did to Jabrion Spikes a little bit earlier in the game. Smiley's going to come out for the Tigers. Jay Sean Riley into the ball game. Spikes also comes back in. Spikes with it on the far side. Over to Freilich. Underneath it goes to Branch. Branch into the corner. TJ Ray, 3 on the way, no good. Fralix with the rebound, goes back up, no foul, missed the shot. Jay-Sean Riley, strong on the left side, puts it back in off the glass, and the Tigers up by 7. Drive in by UHA, whistle blows. Foul's going to be on Ray.
And that should put UHA in the bonus.
Well, it's pretty good when you can put an 8th grader in the ball game and we get immediate results, rebound and point.
A strong rebound and a strong finish by Jay-Sean. He's going to be a force in the next couple years.
Crump at the free throw line. First one up, rolls and falls through. Caldwell's biggest lead so far tonight at 7. Second free throw coming up, and that one's good. UHA still with the pressure. TJ Ray back to Fralix. Caldwell County working middle side up to Branch. Over to Jay-Sean Riley. Jump stop in the lane. Foul from behind. Weston Wood's going to pick up the foul for UHA. And Jay-Sean Riley will get a couple of Goodwin Insurance free throws. Pass this along at the half. It's McCracken County 45-18 over the Lady Tigers. Riley's free throw good. Second one coming up. Rolls, no good. Tie up underneath. Or are they going to get Branch for over the back? And it is a foul on Tripp Branch.
Number 2 on Tripp.
That was close. Both players had possession of the ball, but Branch just didn't have the better position. That'll put Bryan at the line for University Heights. Bob, we've had a couple of listeners ask about the technical foul, what it was called on Crump. The best we can tell, looks like it was just something said on the court. No pushing that we were able to catch, or no big skirmish going on the floor at any time. Bryan makes the first free throw. Nobody on the line for the Blazers. Second shot up. Bryan, very good free throw shooter, makes them both 36-32. Sparks brings it across. UHA still in that 2-3 zone. Fralix has it out front, over to Ray. Into the corner it goes to Riley. Riley to Jay-Sean Riley, back out to Spikes. Spikes, jump stop, 12-footer, no good. Schaus with the rebound for UHA. 1:12 to go in the first half. Into the corner, 3 on the way, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds, saved in Bryan, but it goes to Spikes. Spikes looks to run. Triple teamed at the top of the circle, gets it over to Fralix. Fralix looks baseline. Ball loose on the floor. Fralix dives. Jump ball called. Possession arrow is going to give it to UHA. Under a minute to go in the first half. These teams have already played one overtime, Bob, and it's shaping up like that could be an option later on tonight. 2-3 zone by the Tigers on Crump. TJ Ray out front. Whistle blows, and we'll see who that one's on. I think it's on TJ with the hold out at the top of the key. So KJ Crump will go to the line. And Bob, just early on, without Quarles in the ballgame tonight, looks like Crump's really taking a lot of this one on his own to pick up that scoring slack. Crump's first free throw good.
Amani McGee has also figured into that equation as well.
Second free throw drops. 2-point lead. 5-0 run by UHA here late in the first half. Spikes Sees a lane, jump stop in the lane, shot up and in, and wow, what a spin he put on that ball to make that one go. 38-34 Tigers. Crump kicks it out to McGee. McGee lost it momentarily, had Riley all over him, but he was able to pull it back. Riley on McGee. McGee drives into the lane, knocked away by Jay-Sean Riley, but McGee will go to the free throw line. Foul is on Jabrion Spikes. Both teams in the double bonus. Only 16.7 seconds left in the half. It's going to be a Monty McGee at the line.
Been there 4 times tonight, made 3 of them.
This one rolls out.
It's got a little two-handed push shot, it looks like, Dennis.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a Bob Cousy-esque. This one up and in. Caldwell County with 16 seconds to get it across half court and make something of it. Sparks dribbles, drives a lane, up, off the board and in. 4 seconds on the clock. UHA gets it into Crump. Crump, top of the key, 3 on the way, no good. And we'll go to the locker room with the Tigers up by 5. It's Caldwell County 40, UHA 35. We'll be back to get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show after a break. That's coming up next here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
1580, 103.3 WPKY. Princeton.
10,641,945,600 inches. 886,828,800 feet. 295,609,600 yards. 167,960 miles.
That's how far the staff at Pennyroyal Hospice traveled last year to serve clients in their 5-county area. If Pennyroyal Hospice traveled 6 3/4 times around the world to serve last year, imagine what they can do for you and your loved one today. Pennyroyal Hospice, living to the fullest.
Finding convenient, quality health care close to home just got easier. That's because Caldwell Medical Associates Family Practice Clinic in Fredonia has expanded its team of family medicine providers in order to give your family even more access to expert care. Trust the team at Caldwell Medical Associates. To schedule an appointment, call 272-545-3386 or visit caldwellmedical.com.
With First Southern Bank, your dream home may be closer than you think. At First Southern Bank, they believe that people matter, having spent over 35 years providing personalized service for real people from real people. Let their people work with you to get you in your dream home. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. First Southern Bank, Princeton. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 409424.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Health First Community Health Center, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Josh Cook, Modern Woodman, K.E.'s Kitchen, Kentucky Homes Realty, Fraternal Financial, Pennyroyal District Health Department, Raider Auction Company, The Joshua Tree, and by Pennyroyal Home Medical. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com and on your free WPKY app.
Hi, this is Holly Van Hooser with the Woodall Agency. It's wintertime, y'all, and the deer are moving and the pipes are freezing. It would be a good time to check your auto and your homeowner's policy to make sure you're covered for these unfortunate accidents. Call, email, or come in and see us at one of our convenient offices. Our email is woodall@woodallagency.com or call 365-5541 or 601-5001 in Lyon County. Call Woodall, y'all.
Grab the clipboard and let's break it down with Dennis and Bob. The halftime show is on 1580, 103.3 PKY.
And welcome back to the Cab at the half. It's Caldwell County leading UHA 40-35. Time now to get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show. For all of your construction and concrete needs, it's Travis Construction and Concrete. They also do driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. And here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Both teams in a track meet here tonight, up and down the floor. A lot of fouls in this one. Free throws will be a big factor down the stretch. But a good night on the boards by Cole Smiley. Caldwell County shooting pretty well from the field. Got to tighten up the free throws a little bit in the second half. But right now they've played well enough to earn a 5-point advantage here at halftime. Time now for the stats of the first half. Stats are brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business that have been providing high-quality goods and services to West Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. That's Ackridge Farm Supply, and for the stats, I'll turn it over to Bob Hayes.
Thank you, Dennis, and let's look at the scoreboard. That's going to be brought to you by Goodman Funeral Home. They're new to Princeton, but have years of experience. Beautiful yet very affordable funeral and memorial services. At the end of one quarter tonight, we were tied 18-18. In the second quarter, Caldwell County outscores the Blazers 22-17 to take that 5-point lead here at halftime, leading 40-35. For the Tigers in the scoring department, 11 points for Caden Fralix. Caden with 3 2-pointers, 1 3-pointer, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. 7 points for Trip Branch on 2 threes, 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. 6 points for Jay Brion Spikes on 3 2-point field goals late in the second quarter. 4 points for Cole Smiley on 2 field goals. 4 points also for Jamarius Blaine on 2 field goals, 0 for 2 at the charity stripe. And 2 points for TJ Ray on a field goal, 3 points for Darius Riley on a field goal, 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe, and 3 points for Jay Sean Riley on a field goal and 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. Total of 40 points for the Tigers. Tigers noticeably have cutting down their turnovers from the first game with only 5 here at halftime, but not shooting well from the free throw line. Only 5 out of 12 attempts so far tonight for the Tigers. From the field, they're shooting 16 out of 28. Really an excellent shooting night for the Tigers. They've had several trips down the floor where they've gotten in position for the shot, made it, and we have 18 rebounds so far here in the game, led by Cole Smiley with 8 in the first half. For the Blazers, 12 points for Amani McKee, 13 points in the first half for KJ Crump, and then it falls off considerably after that. Crump has 16 points. He has a 3-pointer in there. 2 points for Amani Hall, 5 points for William Bryan, and that's going to do it. Only 4 Blazers in the scoring column. Again, 16 points for KJ Crump, 12 points for Amani McGee, 5 points for William Bryan, and 2 points for Namari Hall. At the free throw line, University Heights 12 out of 16, shooting the ball really well, outscoring the Tigers at the free throw line by 7 points. So if they weren't hitting well from the free throw line, they would be further behind in this game. Also, no turnovers for University Heights here in the first half. They handle the ball, take care of it really well. So Dennis, again, we've just got to be able to play our game in the second half. I'm sure the press will continue to be there, and we also need to take care of the basketball. 5 turnovers is not bad, but it'd be great if we could only get by with 1, 2 in the second half.
Yeah, that's 5 possessions that you didn't get. One thing we talked about in the pregame, Bob, and I think your stats kind of pointed that out, bench scoring for UHA next to nothing. I think the Hall kid was the only non-starter to put points on the board for UHA. On the upside for Caldwell County, we talked about how deep Coach K has been able to go in his bench all season long, getting some of these younger players a lot of valuable minutes. And now you've got several Tigers in the scoring column, not just the starters.
That's right. 8 Tigers have scored tonight, and that gives us a chance to be well rested. And I'm not sure how the legs for UHA will be in the late third quarter, fourth quarter, but it stacks up pretty well for us, I would think.
And I think that's just the trade-off you get when you play a lot of younger kids. 5 turnovers isn't bad. If you give Coach K a 5 turnover half, I think he'll take another one right along with it, because when you play younger players, it's just a matter of fact you're going to get a little bit more turnovers. But I think the kids are doing great tonight, not turning the ball over, getting it up the court against a very good 2-2-1 press out of UHA.
And if we can get a couple more fouls on Crump and, well, he's the one that's, and McGee has, let's see, he has no foul, so he's going to be in the game. He's going to be one of these 32-minute players for University Heights.
Another good foul on Crump. Get him out. Of course, apparently missing Quarles tonight. We didn't have any information ahead of time from UHA, but obviously he would have been in the ball game had he been available at this point. So no DJ Quarles, and that's one of the kids that really lit Lyon County up in that semifinal game you and I got to watch back in early January, I think it was.
For sure, absolutely.
That's going to do it for us on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show. We appreciate those guys. Just about 20 seconds before we get underway here in the second half.
And I remind you the third quarter is going to be brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry, home decor, boutique clothes. Stop in and see Pam. They're also your local U-Haul dealer here in Princeton. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Inbounding the ball to start the third quarter will be the Tigers from side midcourt, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
And a reminder, our last report from McCracken County had the Mustangs ahead of the Lady Tigers at the half, 45-18. It's Blaine with it for Caldwell County across half court. Man-to-man defense now for UHA. Inside it goes to Riley in the lane. Shot up, no good. Fralix gets the rebound. Goes back up off the glass and in. Farmers Bank shot Caden Fralix to open the scoring in the second half. Caldwell back out with their biggest lead at 7. Steele at the top of the key. Blaine, 2 players to beat, goes up, left-handed shot in. And the Tigers up by 9. Good pick, top of the key by Jamarius Blaine. Tigers 3-2 zone. Inside out it goes. Now Bryan gave up the 3, gets it over to McGee, drives baseline, shot up, and it's going to be waved off. Great position underneath Caden Fralix. Amani McGee had a head full of steam and rolled right over Fralix. Even though the shot went in, they waved that one off. 2 great defensive possessions by Caldwell County here to start out the second half.
2 shots and 2 baskets, actually 3 shots and 2 baskets.
Blaine across half court. Looks underneath, instead goes to Branch. Branch drops it underneath. Nice pass to Riley, to Smiley. Smiley's hook shot no good. And UHA with the rebound. Crump for 3, no good. Fralix with the rebound for Caldwell County. Caden brings it across half court. Lane clears. He takes it straight to the hole. No good. Schaus with the rebound for UHA. Finds Crump over to McGee. Baseline jumper. Good. And lead back down to 7. Got a good turnout from the Crazies tonight for this one over on the far side. They know a big game when they see one. Smiley underneath, shot up off the glass and good. Nice feed from Trip Branch out of the corner. Cole Smiley with the bucket, and it's 46-37. Bryan has it left wing out to Crump. Over to number 12, no good. Schaus though with the rebound, he's going to be fouled. The miss was by, Schaus with the miss, and the putback attempt was by Wood.
And they're going to get Caden Fralix, I think, on that. They
Just
did.
his first. Weston Wood at the free throw line for the Blazers. Free throw is good. Second free throw coming up. And that one is good also. Checking back into the ball game, Namari Hall with those 4 fouls? I think
he has 3.
3 fouls. So Blaine brings it up for the Tigers. Just under 6 to go in the third quarter. Caldwell works it around against the 2-3 zone. Branch, three-pointer from the corner is good. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer, Trip Branch. He looked it over. The defender kind of fell back off of him a little bit, and Branch said, "You're going to leave me this open, I'll go ahead and pop." Crump, off a screen out front, gets it to McGee on the right wing. McGee back out, 2-3 zone still by the Tigers. McGee, shot up, no good. Smiley with another rebound. Gets it over to Fralix. Into the corner to Branch. Dump off to Fralix. Shot up and in. Tigers with a 12-point lead, 51-39. And timeout called, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here by UHA. They don't like what they're seeing. It couldn't have been a better start to the third quarter for the Tigers. Timeouts brought to you this season by Rousseau Law. Rousseau Law is located in downtown Princeton and always ready to serve all of your legal needs. Bob, Caldwell County must have got a really good pep talk at halftime to keep this thing going, because they've come out like gangbusters here in the second half, opened up a 12-point margin, still with 5:07 to go in the quarter.
It looks like obviously our game plan is to take it inside and get them in more serious foul trouble, Dennis, because most of our baskets, except for Tripp's three-pointer, have been within 5 feet of the basket. So that looks to be our strategy here, is that let's play inside a little bit.
Especially with Smiley able to rebound like he's doing and shooting the ball well. An update from McCracken County after 3 quarters of play. It's McCracken County 60 and Caldwell County 24. Blazers get it into Crump. Crump kicks it off to Bryan. Bryan turns down the long three. Takes it over to number 1, Javion Brown in the ball game. 3 on the way. No good. Ball tapped around. Blaine comes up with it. There was Crump with the miss. Shoe comes off on the court. UHA throws it down the court looking for an outlet pass, and it goes well over the end line. That was Crump. Came out of the sneaker. He'll put that back on. Caldwell County will have possession, bringing it the length of the court.
UHA with 2 turnovers in this half, big turnovers.
Blaine across half court, guarded by McGee. Little motion into the corner, it goes to Branch. 3 is good from the right corner. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer for Trip Branch. Caldwell pouring it on here in the third. Crump over to McGee. Jump stop in the lane, shot up, rolls over the front of the rim and drops. UHA man-to-man pressure. They'll pick it up about three-quarter court. Blaine over to Riley. Riley with position has it knocked out of his hands. And they're going to say it just slipped. Giving the ball to UHA. There's the conversation now. And they're going to change it to what we saw was knocked out of his hands.
And the University Heights coach is way out of the coaching box.
Yeah, they're sending him back, and they let him get by with it once. I don't think that'll happen again. Fralix drags a pivot foot, and that is a call that we could see from our vantage point.
Tigers' first turnover of the second half.
4 minutes to go in the quarter. Caldwell County up 54-41. Bryan goes over to number 1, Brown. Brown wants to dribble, gets into the lane, shot up off the front of the rim, no good. Smiley adding to his rebound total, finds Darius Riley. Riley into the corner, Blaine thought about the 3, gives it to Branch. He will fire it up, no good. Smiley tipped the rebound, but it goes into the hands of McGee. McGee goes into the lane, foul's going to be called on the floor, and I think that's Blaine picking that one up.
And that's Jamarius' third foul. TJ Ray will be coming in for him.
No, they're going to call that on Riley. That's good. Darius Riley's first foul. UHA looking to find somebody to get it into. Tipped, but coming down with it's McGee into the lane. Left-handed shot up, no good. And guess who with another rebound? Cole Smiley.
11 for him tonight.
Jamarius Blaine brings it across half court. Caldwell County with 4 low. They'll have Smiley come out high for the pass. Hall really trying to pick up that 4th foul. Inside to Branch, awkward position, but he turns, gets it up off the glass and in. Looking for the contact. Crump back the other way. Tigers' biggest lead of the night so far at 15. McGee fires from 12 feet, good. In it comes to Ray, back over to Fralix. Fralix walks it up the court, hands off to Blaine in the back court. They've moved Crump over on Blaine. Good matchup there. Fralix over to Branch, back over to Ray. Ray thought about Fralix underneath. He'll pull it back out. Smart decision. It was going to be a iffy pass. Fralix was open momentarily, but TJ decided not to take the chance. Underneath it goes to Branch. Off of his fingertips, it was a nice pass, but Branch couldn't handle the ball as it got to him, and it hits the baseline. East into the ball game now for Caldwell County.
We're going to have to look up number 14, too.
Okay. And it's UHA across half court.
Crump with the basketball. Jamarius Blaine with the rebound off a missed UHA shot.
Up and in for Blaine. And did they call a foul after the basket on?
Yeah.
Or did they count the basket?
Well, let's see.
That's Blaine's 3rd foul. He's coming out of the ball game.
They did count the basket. Jamarius' 3rd foul. You're right, Dennis.
So a 2-3 zone by Caldwell County. Long 3, UHA, good. That was Amani McGee. And Blaine across half court for Caldwell County. Lead at 12 for the Tigers. They've led by as many as 15. 1:23 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Spikes on the floor now also for Caldwell County along with East. Blaine drives the lane, dishes off to Fralix, but he's going to pick up the foul on UHA. Let's see what that one's on. Could be on number 4. And that is on number 4 with the push.
It's 4th.
That's Namari Hall. And that'll get Weston Wood back into the ball game. Darius Riley up off the bench. He'll come back in. Jabrion Spikes to put it in play for Caldwell County when everything's set. Stack play from the right side of the lane for Caldwell County. Spikes looking to get it in, does to Ray. And a 5-second call is going to turn it over for Caldwell County. 1:14 in the quarter. McGee brings it across. You've got Spikes and Ray at the top of the 2-3 zone. Hand check by TJ Ray on the floor.
TJ just picked up his 3rd, team 4th.
That's the trouble that the quickness out front by the guards for UHA will cause. You got to be ready to move in an instant.
It maybe move backward instead of from side to side.
Bryan, left wing, gets it back over to Crump. Crump for 3, right wing, up, off the front of the rim, no good. TJ Ray with the rebound. Ray looking to run, goes up, puts it up off the glass and in. And Ray, I think, twisted his ankle on the way up. He'll be looked at by our trainers. Jay Sean Riley will check in. Or maybe felt something in the hamstring area or knee area. We'll check and see. He's still down on the court on the baseline. He did make the shot to make it 60-46.
Could be a cramp, too.
Checking out the knee area like he twisted it when he went up. Think he'll be okay. Funny how you can hop back up from that when you're 16, 17 years old.
Apparently it was a cramp.
I'm not saying I would still be down on the ground, but I would still be down on the ground. 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. Caldwell up by 14. McGee over to Wood, back out to Crump. Crump over to number 14. Shot up by UHA, no good. Tipped around. Bryan comes down with it. Spin move in the lane, blocked by East, but they're going to call a foul either on East or Jay Sean Riley. And Bob 14 may be Lamar Northington. We had him at number 21 out of the book. Free throw by Bryan is good. But I think that will be Northington, number 14. Second free throw, Bryan. I think Bryan's perfect on the night, if I'm not mistaken.
He's 5 out of 6.
5 out of 6.
Missed his first one.
So it spikes across half court. Northington on him. 15 seconds. UHA goes for the steal. Spikes, dumps it off to East. Has it go off his fingertips and out of bounds. That looked good for a long time. Just off the fingertips of East with 9 seconds left. And UHA looking to get it up the court and get something in. Bryan, a long three on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound by Wood, throws it up at the buzzer, no good. After 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 60 and UHA 48. Back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Basketball on WPKYOnline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
And welcome back to the Cab. Fourth quarter is about to get underway. Let's look at the scoreboard. That's brought to you by Goodman Funeral Home. They're new to Princeton, but have years of experience. Beautiful yet very affordable funeral and memorial services. In the third quarter, Caldwell County outscoring University Heights 20-13. Stretch that 5-point halftime lead out to 12 here, 60-48. The fourth quarter, I remind you, will be brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Stop in and see Pam, see what sale she has after Valentine's Day. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot. They're your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Inbounding the ball to start the third quarter is University Heights for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. UHA almost caught Caldwell County off guard out of the quarter break. Bryan bumping Branch in the backcourt. And I can't believe they're even going to talk about who this foul's on. Bryan was all over Branch, and they're going to call a charge, offensive foul on Trip Branch. Wow. 2 bumps that would rattle Trip Branch's eye teeth, and not called. And he gets called with the push, the offensive foul on that end. Boos abound here at the Cab as UHA puts it back in play.
Caldwell County still in the zone.
McGee, long three, way off the mark. Bryan underneath had the position up and in. And the 15-point lead down to 10 for the Tigers as Blaine brings it across here to start the fourth. Blaine out front with Northington on him. Caldwell County can run some clock if they want, but really not bringing Northington out far enough to start the count. Now off the screen, it's Blaine off the glass and in, and he's fouled. Weston Wood with the foul. That'll put Blaine at the free throw line for a Goodwin Insurance toss to try to cap off a 3-point play.
Will be Caldwell County's first attempt at the line here in the second half.
Shot up and good. (63-50) Tigers. Back out Crump, 3-pointer, top of the key, front of the rim, no good. Blaine had the rebound, taken away. Northington up with it, and it goes. Quick timeout called by UHA. We'll keep it right here. 63-52 Caldwell County. Timeouts brought to you by Russo Law. Russo Law located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. Bob, that one was a situation where Blaine had the rebound, just came down off balance, had trouble controlling it. Northington knocked it away, and everybody had pretty much gone up the court. He was able to take it in and put in the easy two, but still an 11-point margin for the Tigers.
And again, with the Tigers to inbound the ball, when we come back out of the timeout, 6 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the game.
UHA has really calmed down on their fouls. They've only committed 3 in the half. Caldwell County will put UHA in the bonus the next time they commit a foul.
And UHA is an excellent free throw shooting team, so as we saw in the first half with 12 out of 16, so we've got to pay particular attention to what we're doing.
UHA going to come with double team in the backcourt. Blaine gets it in, back over to Riley. Now it's 4-on-3. Branch from the corner, shot up no good. Blaine up high for the rebound. He'll bring it back out front and work a little bit of clock. Now Riley with it on the right wing, hands off to Blaine. Over to Jay-Sean Riley underneath. Smiley off the glass and in. And Smiley gets hit on the play. Smiley still down on the ground. UHA back the other way. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Jay-Sean Riley. And I think Smiley has come down awkwardly on that right knee, limping to the bench. He'll get checked out by the trainer as the East checks into the ball game. Maybe ankle area. Trainer has Smiley on the bench. Was some contact, not called.
Who was a foul on, Dennis?
I think that was on Jay-Sean Riley on the block underneath. Free throw is good by McGee. And the foul was on 20. They just confirmed that at the scorer's table. McGee to get his second. It's only the first foul on Jay-Sean, but 7 on the Tigers here in the second half. Second free throw, good. Riley gets it in play to Blaine. Blaine over to Darius Riley off the screen. Riley guarded by Crump, hands back off to Blaine. Switch puts Crump out on Blaine at midcourt. Over to East. East had Branch cutting along the baseline, goes underneath. Darius Riley has it blocked out of bounds by McGee. And Caden Fralix will check back into the ball game. We've got some good minutes out of Jay-Sean Riley tonight as he goes to the bench. Good production. Fralix to put it in play, gets it over to Riley. Riley drives the baseline, shot up off the glass and in, and he's fouled. A lot of strength on that one to keep his position in the air. Took the hit, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul is on number 3. That's a Monty McGee. Free throw good by Darius Riley. Bryan now with it over to the left wing. Foul's going to be on East.
That's Jude's third. 2 more
Smiley's
fouls.
Still on the bench, Bob, and I think getting that right ankle taped. McGee at the line. First one up. Rattles out. Darius Riley with a big rebound. And Caldwell leads by 14. Over to East. East guarded by Wood. Into the corner it goes to Blaine. Blaine has it knocked away by McGee. McGee outraces everybody up and in. Goaltending call is going to be called on Blaine. Bob, I know he would win a foot race, but McGee dribbled that one and still outraced everybody in a white uniform. So a lot of speed in the number 3 jersey for UHA, 68-56. McGee with another steal up, has this one blocked. Put that big block down for Darius Riley. Riley back the other way, shot up and in and fouled. Laid that one in with his back to the basket, a little reverse over the shoulder off the glass, and it goes, and he'll have a chance to put Caldwell County back out to their biggest lead of the night. Full timeout called. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
At Penny Ryle Electric, we're helping to build the leaders of tomorrow today. This year, Penny Ryle Electric will present 12 $1,000 scholarships to let students in our service area shine to their fullest potential and become guiding lights for future generations. Scholarships will be awarded to students enrolling in 2- or 4-year college programs and vocational and technical training. Scholarship applications are available at each of our locations, or you can download the app at precc.com. That's precc.com.
And welcome back to the cab. Caldwell County out to a 14-point advantage. Darius Riley will be shooting the free throw when we come out of the timeout. 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the ball game, and just about everybody, Dennis. This is a night where everybody has contributed. Just a tremendous shot that time by Darius. We're going to have to put him down. We might have triple winners on this quick cut award.
Man, that was some shot. He literally had his back to the basket, laid it in off his shoulder, over his head, off the glass and in. And he's going to try to give Caldwell County back that 15-point lead. Free throw up and in. 71-56 with about 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bryan works it into the corner. Crump thought about the three, pulls it back out to Hall. He'll find Bryan. Caldwell County's gone 3-2 zone, try to keep UHA out of the middle of that zone on a drive. That foul is going to be on East, as it was McGee finding a seam in the lane, able to put the shot up. Missed the shot, but he'll go to the line for two. Bob, you've got one big man with 4 fouls in East and another on the bench that just had his ankle taped after an injury on a shot. Free throw is good.
And McGee at the line tonight is 6 out of 10.
So Caldwell County is going to have to go very small on this lineup. East comes out of the ball game. Jay-Sean Riley in for the Tigers. Second free throw, no good. Jay-Sean Riley with the rebound. We've called the 8th grader's name a lot tonight.
He looked like he was the only one wanting that rebound.
Actually did, you're right. Darius Riley out front. Underneath it goes to Fralix. Fralix double team back out to Branch for three. Right wing, good. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer, Trip Branch. Caldwell trying to pull away in this one, 74-57. Hall out front has it knocked into the backcourt by Blaine, picked up by Crump. Crump drives into the corner. Bryan for three, no good. Weston Wood with the rebound back up and in. Caldwell gets it into Blaine. He'll get it across half court and then pull it back out. Coach K getting to that neighborhood where he feels like he'll be able to use a little bit of the clock up. Branch, both players left him defensively, drives to the hole, no good. Rebound comes down to Wood. He'll turn it over to Crump. Three, top of the key, off the front, no good. Bryan with the rebound, and he'll get called for the offensive foul. Caden Fralix, again with great position right there at the entry to the lane at the bottom on that side. And William Bryan picks up the foul for University Heights. That's only his second. Schaus back into the ball game and Hall out for the Blazers. Under 4 to go in the ball game. Caldwell County's got to get somebody to come to the ball. Jay-Sean Riley does. Riley turns, gets it back up into the half court. Hands off to Blaine. Blaine had contact back to Riley. Jay-Sean thought about the three, and I think Coach K was in his ear.
I think everyone in the gym was saying no, no, no.
A good early lesson for an 8th grader. Inside it goes to Blaine. Turnaround in the lane, good. 76-59. Crump tries to dribble into the lane, kicks it back out. McGee for three. No good. Blaine with the rebound. Blaine drives against Crump, gets it into the half-court set, has it knocked away from behind to McGee. McGee, Jay-Sean Riley up and in. And a quick timeout called by UHA. See if it's a full or a 30, and it is a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Bob, Caldwell County came out of the locker room at halftime, and they played lights out, and from that point on, it has been pretty much all Caldwell County in this one. Everybody that steps on the floor tonight is contributing in a big way.
It's been a great basketball game, and we saw with these 4 wins we had last week, Dennis, that what we're capable of, and we're playing outstanding basketball. Sure, University Heights may be down one player, one of their better players, but still, we're doing everything right tonight. Probably could cut down on our turnovers. We have 7 here in the second half. University Heights is committing only 2 tonight so far here in the second half, but we're shooting the ball exceptionally well tonight.
And you're getting a great work, even though he's on the bench right now with that ankle injury. Cole Smiley having a big night on the boards again. He had 20 in the first matchup of the season.
And has 12 so far tonight. Rebounding has been key here in the second half. Jamarius Blaine with 4 rebounds here in the second half. Darius Riley with 3. Caden Fralix with 2. So everybody's contributing.
Fralix to put it in play for Caldwell County. And a foul underneath. It's going to be a hold on UHA. I think they're going to get a Crump holding on Blaine. UHA trying everything they can to keep Jamarius from getting the inbound pass.
That puts us in the bonus.
So Blaine will step to the free throw line for 1 in the bonus. Free throws brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Give Goodwin Insurance a call for a free quote. Caldwell County still with the small lineup on the court. First free throw up and in. You've got a Darius Riley, Jay Sean Riley, Jamarius Blaine, Caden Fralix, Trip Branch on the floor for Caldwell County.
Caldwell County has been to the line 4 times here in the second half, now 5. Now make it 5 in a row here.
78-61, biggest lead of the night for Caldwell County at 17. UHA works it around the Crump as we go under 3 minutes. Inside, up, and blocked. Give that one to Jay Sean Riley, right into the hands of Jamarius Blaine. That was Javion Brown that tried the shot. Blaine guarded tightly out front, and timeout called by Coach K. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Rob, a lot of nights we don't have a lot of players to fill in on the post-game awards. Tonight we're going to have to make some decisions or just give out a lot, as Jay Sean Riley went up high to block the shot of Javion Brown underneath.
We might have to have about 6 clutch players of the game tonight and 6 players of the game. It's been that good.
Just a great performance from the opening tip tonight, really, by Caldwell County. 3rd game in the row they've started with 2 threes, one by Fralix and one by Branch. And they haven't let up since. Fought their way out to a small lead at the half, but they've really stretched it out here in the second, 78-61. Caldwell to inbound side court, into Fralix. That one tipped away off the hands of Blaine. Still one thing against UHA, you cannot make a slow pass or you can't grab it lightly. You've got to have possession.
And you can't be careless with the ball either.
Bryan drives, kicks it back out over to Crump. Crump inside the three-point line, shot up and no good. Rebound comes down to Fralix. He has it knocked away. Now fouled from behind. Should be on Javion Brown, and it is. That'll put Caden Fralix at the line for 1 in the bonus. And a technical foul called on Coach Schaus, as he has not liked how things have progressed, especially here in the second half. So we'll see if Fralix stays at the line to shoot the technicals.
Caden is 2 for 2 tonight, and I would say, Dennis, if he hits these first 2, he's my man.
Free throw up and no good. Rattles off the front.
Still may be my man.
Fralix toes the line for the second technical. This one good. Just as a by the way thing, Caldwell County JV won the JV contest. Free throw good by Fralix. JV won tonight 54-34 over UHA. Big night for Jabrion Spikes in that one.
Caden missed the front end of the one bonus, but hit his 2 technical fouls. Caldwell County retains possession for the call. Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Jayshawn Riley gets it into Adarius, knocked away, gets it back out to Jayshawn. Over to Blaine. 2:20 to go in the ball game. 80-61. Caldwell setting on their biggest lead of the night right now at 19. Fralix out front. Ball tipped. Jayshawn Riley comes down with it. And a jump ball called. A very quick jump ball. But we'll take it. Caldwell County with the possession arrow.
How can that be a jump ball when you knock him to the floor?
Yeah, we weren't going to get the foul called, so at least we did get the jump ball called out of the situation. A lot of contact.
I was just wondering.
There's a lot of nights we wonder about some calls up here. Jayshawn Riley at midcourt.
You know, hands all over him.
Yeah, TJ Ray got a hand check call early in the game for way less. Travel's going to be called on Adarius Riley. UHA rolls it up to Bryan. Bryan into the corner to Crump. Crump has it blocked from behind, but they're going to call a foul on Jayshawn Riley.
Clock is ticked now down under 2 minutes, 1 minute 59 seconds. Crump shooting 2, 5 out of 6 tonight at the line.
First one good. Jabrion Spikes gets set to check into the ball game for Caldwell County. Second free throw, good. Jayshawn Riley comes out of the ball game. And Jabrion Spikes in as Fralix will put it in play for the Tigers. Gets it into Jabrion. Jabrion immediately fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Bob, if Caldwell County can hit free throws for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, I think the white flag will come out from Coach Schaus. Double bonus on both squads.
These are key. At least we're in the double bonus. Jabrion tonight at the line 0 for 2.
First one up and good. Bob, most of the time you have an 18-point lead late, we'll go ahead and start singing Turn Out the Lights on it, but we've seen UHA come back from, 9 down in that All-A Classic.
But I think Coach Schaus is beginning to pull his players.
Spikes puts it in, and that should do it. 19-point margin, under 2 to go. Bringing it up is Javion Brown. Brown into the corner it goes. Shot up, no good. And Blaine big with the rebound. He'll bring it across as Caldwell County will start to send in some substitutions. Carter Whittington at the scorer's table. Blaine over to Riley. Riley to Branch. Branch looked underneath, nobody home. He's going to give it back out to Blaine. Back out to Fralix. Caldwell County works it around top of the key, working some clock. 1:20 to go in the ball game. Branch over to Riley. Look for a substitution timeout to be called just any minute. Blaine out front for the Tigers to Branch. Branch with the handoff to Spikes. Spikes to Fralix. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Over to Branch on the right wing. Caldwell really not looking to score right here, just running the clock. Adarius Riley out to Fralix. Coach K looking at the clock to see about getting these players in for some action at the varsity level. Blaine guarded out front by Northington. Caldwell working the clock down to 30 seconds left. Back over to Blaine. Blaine at midcourt. Count is on. He has to get rid of it or dribble. Gets it over to Riley. Riley to Spikes. Caldwell County is going to pull the subs back off the scorer's table. And the Tigers will dribble this one out. Big win tonight here for Caldwell County. And we are down to the buzzer. Caldwell County, a strong game tonight. This one nip and tuck early. The Tigers come out like gangbusters out of the locker room at the half and pull away for an 82-63 win over University Heights. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it will be the Trilogy post-game report. That's up next here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brentley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
For over a decade, B&B Automotive has been a one-stop shop for all your automotive service and repair needs. At B&B Automotive, they understand the value of hard work and will always ensure that their customers' needs come first. They get repairs done in a timely manner and at an affordable rate. B&B Automotive has 2 locations in Madisonville and their newest location right here in Princeton at 495 Marion Road in the old Heaton's building. B&B Automotive, we treat your vehicle like it's our own.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident, getting paid for your injuries, for your lost wages, and for your pain and suffering can be difficult. Attorney Matt Schock in Princeton, Kentucky can help. Call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT. Attorney Matt Schock is an experienced personal injury attorney. Initial consultations are free, so call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT.
This is an advertisement.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident, getting paid for your injuries, for your lost wages, and for your pain and suffering can be difficult. Attorney Matt Schock in Princeton, Kentucky can help. Call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT. Attorney Matt Schock is an experienced personal injury attorney. Initial consultations are free, so call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT.
This is an advertisement.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for the